Having gone behind, Micky, is that a good reaction from your team and a good point?
It's good reaction, very good reaction, but we shouldn't have had to have needed to give a reaction. I think if we would have showed the intensity or the attitude to the way that we want to play and showed the qualities that we know that we have and really attacked what we did in the second half from the start, I think we wouldn't have needed the reaction. But you always look back in reality and what actually happened, and we've come out the second half and been much more like ourselves, playing with a much better intensity. The players that we needed to do the jobs that we needed to do attacking wise suddenly stood up and started to deliver that for us. And we'll respect the point, but disappointed as always that we don't win the game. But like I say, when you come out in the second half, you can only ask for us to get something out of the game then, and they did that, but looked much more like ourselves.
We know how Harrogate played. Did you feel you played into their hands a little bit in that first half?
Yeah, maybe, and then we kind of. We never really sprung out our shape when we had the ball enough to stretch the game. We kind of stayed compact even when we got it. Sort of wide men were too narrow and full-backs weren't their usual self like they were in the second half. They weren't exploding at the back four, seeing the opportunities to go and overload or overlap. We never got it into the front men enough at the start. The second half, and the front men I didn't think competed enough in the first half. I thought that we were a bit too passive. But we spoke the second half, got us back on track about what we are again, and we looked much more like we were in the second half. And it was, I'll be honest, I'm always honest, I think it was more about us. I thought we were going to get the second goal, but it just didn't come. I think some of the crosses that Cogley got into the box, you would have to say that we would be disappointed that we didn't make better runs to get across the front of people to score the goals. I think that's something that we'll look back on next on Monday and speak to the 18-yard box representatives, if you like. It's not just about the strikers, it's about people getting an 18-yard and getting across the front of people, expecting Cogley to get the ball in and go and be first. And maybe that's just what we want enough of in order to go and try and win the game.
Successive league games now, your big central defenders have come up with goals, and great to see them come with all sorts of things. And Jordan Turnbull's been a big influence since he arrived, and an important equaliser today. Yeah,
one of the qualities we brought him for is we believed that he was going to be good at that. So when you were looking at recruitment and you thought that he was going to be good at what we believed we had to get better at from last year, we needed to be more aggressive in the box and score more goals from set plays. So yeah, it was good to see that one going in at that time. I think Simi was unlucky with a header as well. And I think the first half actually, I think we'll be disappointed Elliot doesn't score, which may have changed it again a little bit as well. But I just said to them there, I said, of course we're disappointed about the way we started the game, and we spoke about our attitude to the way that we want to play and been more aggressive about that. But to be fair to you, you've gone out the second half and showed more of the qualities that was needed in order to try and impose our game into their game today. So we respect the point, disappointed we haven't won, but coming at the second half, the minimum that you require is to get something out of the game.
And it shows the confidence, I think, as well. I mean, you're on a losing run and you go 1-0 down, you think here we go again, but with the confidence in the side at the moment, and they were able to pick it up.
Well, I think if we play like we want, we know that we can play like. I think we know that we have enough quality that we're going to get you at some stage, because we have that running power and that quality and technical players and dribblers and people like that. So we just go back to what we were in the second half, and I just thought we're going to get you at some stage. If we can just show that quality all through a little phase of play, we're going to get you, and we did. We showed enough quality to get crosses into the box, but maybe needed to be better when the ball came into the box. But we got a deserved equaliser and kept pushing. It's the difficult place to come. Harrogate are very direct, and they have a really good target man. They have as good a target man from direct plays as you probably get at all levels. Credit to him for that. And they play very direct right into the way that he needs service, and they all run off him. And so you've got to be good at that. You've got to be good at dealing with that. And then of course set plays and things we had to deal with as well. But I thought that we did very well at that as well. So no, all in all, we'll respect the point. Before the odd jumps on me, disappointed we never got 3, but we know why, and we'll get back. We'll get back to training on Monday, and we'll say we want more of the second half, but from the start of the game.
Keeps the unbeaten run going now, doesn't it? And 3 home games to come, starting with Rochdale on Tuesday.
Yeah, there's only positives. I mean, we're being positive, but if we're speaking about this game in isolation, that's my feelings of the game in isolation. But in terms of the run that we're on, it's fantastic. It's been terrific. Backed on by a brilliant support today. It's only positives over the course of the 7-8 games, whatever it is now. But if you take the game in isolation, I think that was the things that we needed to be better at today to get the victory.
And no injuries after today at all that you've noticed so far?
No, I think we're okay. I think we're fine. If something pops up, I'll know very soon. But at the minute, no, it's looking like we're going to be okay.
Big Tom Davis involved in the squad and doing plenty of running before the game as well. That's a positive too.
Yeah, I spoke to him just before the game, and it's important now that he just knocks the training sessions out now. As everybody knows, we don't have a reserve team or a opportunity to play in a game, so it's going to be about getting him as fit as we can in the tempo of the training sessions that we have, and any extra that he's got today, make sure we manage that and get him up to as fit as we possibly can, so that he can come back into the squad and be what he is. He's a valued member of the squad.